Hey guys, it's V. All right, and I'd like to get straight to the topic. So the topic for today is interacting with the same people on a regular basis can cause issues. I will say can, and in most cases will cause issues. Because the reason I'm saying this is from experience from back when I was young, in my younger days, even up to now, the way I see things happen and take place. Like when you are, it can be friends, it could be family, anybody that you spend a lot of time around. It could even be your partner, your husband, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whatever. But you know how when you meet people, you're like excited most of the time to meet people. You're happy to meet that person. You want to know if they want to hang out and go out to eat somewhere or whatever. But and not just that. If you are like the kind of person where you and your family might get together every weekend and do something at each other's house, or you and your friend, y'all get together, hang out and do girls' night or buddy night. It could be couples or whatever. But after some time, you notice that those folks are starting to change towards you. Excuse me, I just ate dinner. I had fried fish and salad, fried croaker and salad. It was delicious. Probably need to drink some water. But after a while, things change. You notice that they start getting a little less happy to see you when you come around. They kind of start talking a little smart to you on the slick tip, on the sly. Say something like real slick, and then you might laugh and play it off a few times, but then you start thinking about it and you catch it. You're like, what you just say? Oh, girl, I was just playing. Or, man, I was just playing. You can't take a joke. That just keep constantly happening. And you start just thinking about it. Also, like when I was in a situation where I had I had a person I used to hang around. We used to hang around each other. And she used to call me often and say, come ride with me. Wherever she rode, she wanted me to ride with her and things like that. So after a while, she just started acting really funny. She started acting real funny. And I'm trying to figure out, like, what's going on? She's the one that's calling me to ask me to ride with her. She acted like I'm asking her to take me somewhere. And I had started thinking about it. Could have been a point was back then I was young. I had two of my kids. I have three sons, but at the time I had two, and like I said, I was young, they were young. And back then, I didn't always have a lot of money. I didn't always have money, period. I had money to pay my bills because I did have my own place, so I had money to pay my bills and take care of my kids, take care of my household. But like splurging money, that was almost non-existent. So she knew if she come get me and we go out and we hang, we ride around or whatever, if something is gotten, she don't have to pay for it. And after a while, she just started acting real funny towards me, like saying those smart things. You want that? You want me to get you one of those? Do you want something? And I'm like, no. You sure you don't want nothing? Because I don't want to hear such later on. I'm like, if I say I want something, since when you hear about it? When I say something to you about it, like, you could have got me this or whatever, when? You don't. And if you offer me something I wanted, I'm going to say, yeah, I do. If I said, no, I don't, I don't. And this is how it just kept being for a while until I just stopped, being around the person. But it changed, like, I didn't understand why, because again, she wasn't doing me any favors. I was actually doing her a favor by going with her. I wasn't asking her to buy me anything. She was asking me, did I want her to? And yeah, it was probably out the kindness of her heart, but I don't consider it the kindness of your heart if you're gonna treat me like that. And I notice people, when they feel like you need them, they treat you different. When they feel like you don't, they treat you better. They treat you decent. So I made up my mind a long time ago to never get in a position where I actually need somebody, because I already know it's going to be a problem. I got in the habit of, I used to have a lot of house parties, like on the weekends and things like that. And I stopped doing it after a while. I actually, I stopped doing it after a while because it was just too much money being spent, number one. Because when I did things, I mainly spent money. If people bought something, they bought it because they want to. I never really asked nobody to bring anything. There's one thing about that too. When you're having anything, a celebration, birthday party, whatever, when everybody get together and talk about what they're going to bring and stuff, it's always somebody who's not going to bring what they're supposed to. There's always somebody who's not going to bring it. And then you be without. So I always look at it like, well, if somebody did bring what they said, it'll be extra. Then people come with not enough. If you say, they say, well, I'll bring some hot dogs. Come with 1 pack. You got about 30 plus people there. They bring 1 pack. 1 pack normally back then amounted to like, what, 8 hot dogs? 10 tops. Or 1 pack of chicken. Maybe even a family pack with like 11 pieces in it. But who wants 1 piece of chicken? So that's how the things were. And I just always bought everything. And like I said, people bought something that was just extra. But that's what I wanted to talk about, though. Just in those senses where you start being around people regularly and out of nowhere, they just start treating you different. That's even like if you like call somebody, you need to move with them for a while. And like that first 2 weeks is beautiful. When you first go in and help you move your stuff in and help you get settled, they even come in the room some nights, sit on the bed and talk with you and everything. It seemed like any time after that 2-week period, you are treated like you are totally invading their space. Totally invading that space. So I've always tried to put myself in a position, and I know this is all through Jesus. This is all Jesus. Back then, I didn't know him. I didn't know him the way I'm learning to know him now and know that he is the provider. But I always try my best to keep my own. I have my own place. My mother died in 1987. I was 22 when she passed away. You can do the math. This is 2024 now, February, the date of February. Today is February 2nd, 2024. And I was 22 when my mom passed away in 1987. And I just vowed and told myself, and I even prayed. I prayed to God, even though, like I said, I didn't know him the way I know him now and the way I'm getting to know him, that I would never have to live with anybody. That I will always be self-sufficient and always have a roof over my head and have a place for me and my children to live in a nice, decent place. And he has always blessed me with it, still up until today. But it's different when you have to depend on people. When you don't have to, things are much better. So I just always told myself, just never get in that position where you actually need somebody. Put your faith, your trust, your needs, everything, put it in the Lord. Because he's not going to treat you bad. He's not going to go back talking about you behind your back. He's just going to provide. So guys, is that you? Is that your situation? Has that ever happened to you? Do you know anybody that happened to? Are you the person that lets somebody come stay with you and that's how you feel? Or have you want to stay with somebody and that's how they treated you? You know what I'm asking. You know what I'm asking. So if you got the answers to any of them questions, or if it fit what I'm saying, if it resonates with you, please comment. Let's talk about it. Okay? So that's what I came to talk about, guys. Thank you for tuning in to another video, and I will see you on the next one.